Well, here we all are, bright and early again. So, today, a little extra core strength. We're going to hit a little bit of everything, but just a little extra core strength today. So, remember that a strong core makes everything you do easier. So, that's the way we roll. So, you got your mat, you got your coffee. Very important. Go ahead and turn on your favorite yoga music, and let's get started. Mowed the lawn this weekend. There's extra grass sort of everywhere. That's okay. Alrighty. Come on back to your mat. Have a seat. Find that comfortable seated position, whatever it's looking like for you today. Settle in, get out the wiggle. And then when you're ready, just close your eyes. And all you gotta do is breathe. First, just focus in on those nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. And just notice what is moving as you breathe. And just check in. Notice if you've got any tight spots anywhere. Places where sitting does not feel as comfortable. And don't worry about making any kind of judgment call at all. We're just noticing so that we can notice the difference once we're done. We're going to open up the center of the body, making a little more room for those deep breaths. As you inhale, reach your arms up, lifting your ribs away from your hips. Lift up, get tall. Staying tall, exhale. Hands back in your lap. And let's do that again. Inhale up. And exhale down. Open your eyes. Let's move those deep breaths around. Let's open up even more. Take a deep breath in and reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Coming forward just as far as you feel comfortable. Reaching forward along the floor. You can release the muscles in your neck. Let your head just hang if that feels okay. Your focus is on your back. Every inhale, your back is going to widen. reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale and twist. Just a gentle twist. Focus on breathing right into the center of your body. Feel your abdomen expand. Inhale up. Exhale, twist the other way. And inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale, up, out, and over to one side. Top arm, reaching over top shoulder, rolling back a little bit. As you take those deep breaths, arch your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Roll your shoulder down towards the floor. Feel that stretch move into your back and let your breath follow it. Inhale up. Reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale, other side. Top shoulder rolls back, top arm reaches over, expanding your rib cage right up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Keep taking those deep breaths. Roll that top shoulder down to the floor, moving that stretch into your back. Woo! Let your breath follow it. And inhale up. Exhale, reach forward and round back. Separate your shoulder blades, round through your back, tuck your chin. And then inhale, open up, breathe right into your chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift up, get tall. Staying tall, exhale. Hands back into your lap. Close your eyes. And focus back in on those deep breaths. This time, letting everything expand at the same time. And that seated position should already feel a little different. Just wait till the end. All right. Come on up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And remember, when you're putting your hands down, go fingertips first, then that first big set of knuckles, then your palms, so your weight is balanced a little more evenly on those wrists. If they're still talking to you, just move your hands a little farther forward or make fists and balance yourself up on your knuckles. It's extra core day, so we are starting with our extreme exhale. If you already know what you're doing, go ahead and get started. We're all working at our own pace on this one. I'll also talk you through it if you're unsure. So start with that forceful exhale. And then keep pushing out, resisting the temptation to breathe in. Just keep pushing, pushing, pushing. You'll feel all these muscles engage. Keep them nice and strong. Pushing out those last little shreds of air till you can't push out anymore. And then just relax. And you'll take a nice deep breath in. You do a bunch of these in a row, working at your own pace. Keep it going. And then check in with a couple things. It's easy when we do these to kind of collapse down into your arms. So push the floor away. It's easy also to kind of let your head hang. Keep your head right in line with your spine. And as you're pushing out, it's easy to start to kind of flex through your spine and round. See if you can think of lengthening your spine instead. Tailbone and crown of your head reaching in opposite directions as you exhale. Everyone do one more. And then when you're done, sit back. Let's take a little wrist break. Just gently interlace your fingers and roll those wrists around. All right. Waking up that transverse abdominis, your deepest core muscle. Nice and strong. It's your internal weightlifting belt. Okay, come on back. Let's use those nice strong muscles right here to keep your spine in neutral, keep your hips in neutral as we isolate our shoulders, just to get them warmed up. Protract, separating your shoulder blades, and retract, squeezing them together. Elbows stay straight. Spine and hips stay neutral. Only thing that's moving is those shoulder blades sliding apart, sliding together. And then come back to center. And let's elevate and depress. Same thing here. The only thing that's moving are those shoulder blades just sliding up and down your rib cage. And back to center. All right, let's get your spine and your hips moving too. We're going to get into cat and cow. So let's retract and depress those shoulders. Tilt your hips forward, scoop your chest, look up. And then exhale, protract and elevate your shoulders, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, retract, depress, tilt, look up. Exhale, protract, elevate, tuck and round. Keep that going at your own pace. Follow your own breathing. Couple more deep breaths in. And when you're ready, exhale into neutral spine. And then let's sit back and take a little wrist break. Let's roll those wrists around. We're going to get into our spinal balance next. So back to all fours. And we're going to start by reaching that right leg back. Toes just resting on the floor. Engage your quads to make that leg nice and long. Remember that you want to keep your hips square. So your right hip isn't opening out that way, especially when you start to lift that right leg up. You want to keep your hips square. Think of squeezing your right thigh in towards your left thigh a little bit. Let's shift over into that right arm, pushing the floor away, slight protraction through your shoulder, reaching that left arm forward, bicep by your ear. Find your balance and pick that right leg up. Same thing here. You're reaching in opposite directions. That right hip is still pointed towards the floor instead of opening out to the side. So point your knee and your hip down towards the floor. Now, if at any point this gets to be too intense, when we do the reach and the pull, you have the option of just doing your leg all by itself. And remember that it doesn't have to be a giant motion. You do you. So first things first, let's take a nice deep breath in and reach in opposite directions. And then curl your elbow towards your knee. Start with stability, then we'll go for depth. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. 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 One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach and hold it, breathing deeply. And then release it down. And kick that left leg back. Toes on the floor, quads engaged, nice and strong. That's what's keeping that leg long. Shifting over into your left arm, slight protraction in your shoulder. Right arm reaches forward. Find that balance and lift that left leg up. Knee and hip still pointing at the floor. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen. Exhale. Pull your elbow towards your knee. Find stability first. Then we'll work depth. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Maybe going a little deeper. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. 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 One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach and hold it there. Reaching, stretching in opposite directions. And then exhale it back down. Bring your knees together. Let's do a quick child pose. Just sitting back, reaching forward, letting yourself curl over your legs. All right, come on back up to all fours. And we're gonna find our down dog. Turn your toes under, take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, push and pull back into down dog. Shoulder blades slightly retracted and elevated so you're really long through your spine. All right, let's walk this dog. Keeping those hips square, push one heel down, pulling the other knee in. Oh my, did a little trail run yesterday. It was great fun. Very technical, very much a mountain biking trail. Lots of ups and downs and rock hopping and stump jumping. I'm a little sore. Ooh, yeah, this is special right here. All right, let's get those hips moving up and down and side to side. Feel that stretch move around, and if there's a place that is talking to you a little extra, nope, too many. But if you've got just one place that's talking to you a little extra, you can hang out just right there. Give it a little extra time, a little extra love. And then even yourself out. Bend both knees evenly. Come up onto the balls of your feet and scoop your tailbone towards the ceiling. Press your chest back towards your knees. Shoulders are elevated, slightly retracted. Feel that scoop. You don't necessarily have to see it. And then start to press your knees back and press your heels down. Never going so far that you lose that scoop. Feel that scoop in there. A little extra hamstring stretch. And let's walk feet to hands. Oh my gosh. And come all the way up. Yay, reach up at the top. And exhale. Mountain pose. All right. Let's find that mountain pose. Balance your weight evenly. Front to back, side to side. Find that spot. And then we'll start just by taking those deep breaths. You're breathing in up the front of your body, breathing out down the back of your body. So as you inhale, quads lift up, belly button goes in and up, sternum lifts up. And as you exhale, you're going out down the back of your body, shoulders back and down, tailbone down towards the floor. Let's take a deep breath in, reach up, lift up, get a little taller, ribs away from hips. And then exhale, staying tall. Inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Adding on. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hinging at your hips. Bend your knees. Coming into that forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Get that stomach to thigh connection. Chest to knee connection. Tuck your cheeks in. Tuck your chin in. Everything nice and round.
And then take a deep breath in. And come into a half lift, crown of your head reaching away. Long spine. And then exhale, back down into your forward fold. Bend your knees, find that long spine. Inhale and hinge, unfold all the way up, reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain pose. And remember, your forward fold and your half lift can be in a lot of different places. Your forward fold might be here today with a little support against your legs. You're just focusing on rounding your back and tucking your chin. And then your half lift is about lengthening your spine. So anywhere from here all the way down to the floor, whatever your forward fold and half lift is looking like today is perfectly fine. Take a nice deep breath in and reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Find your forward fold, tuck everything in, round. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, get that long spine, unhinge as you inhale and come up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. Again, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. You're hinging at your hips. Sitting back, folding, rounding. Once you've got that support, you can round through your spine. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees as much as you need to so you're not rounding up. You're unfolding as you come up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain. All right, we're going to add on the vinyasa. Let's do it. Inhale up. Exhale down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Nice deep breath in. Bring your hands down to the floor underneath your shoulders. Step it back into plank. Let's find that plank for a second. First, make sure that your hands are actually underneath your shoulders. A lot of times we like to put them a little too wide. It'll make everything else a little tougher. So hands right underneath those shoulders. Shoulders slightly protracted. Push the floor away. And then tuck ribs and hips together like you're trying to flatten out that little curve in your lower back. Stay strong. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and lower down chaturanga. Elbows go straight. Back, chest, and chin hover above the floor. Don't worry if you just belly flopped. It's okay. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's scoop forward and up into up dog. Shoulders, not here. They are retracted and depressed. Push the floor away. Turn your toes under and let's push and pull back into down dog. Elevating your shoulders, lengthening your spine. Let's do it again. Inhale, plank. You can do this one on your knees too. If your lower back's talking to you, take it. Exhale, chaturanga. You can also do this one on your knees. Inhale, scoop it up. You can come up into that up dog or baby cobra, leaving your rib cage on the floor. Exhale, pull back, down dog or child pose. All of those options are going to be easier on your wrists, elbows, shoulders, and lower back. So take them anytime you need them. Let's inhale back into that plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows back. Inhale, scoop it up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, pull back, down dog or child pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Let's inhale, feet to hands, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And get that long spine. Bend your knees as much as you need to so you can unhinge as you inhale and come all the way up. Reach up at the top and exhale. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, unfolding, reaching all the way up. And then exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back plank, go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step back, go through your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. All right. Awesome. Alrighty. So, core strength, like I said, got that core strength going. It makes everything you do easier, including just standing. But we're gonna up the ante a little bit. We're gonna go into tree pose. Just a little bit of balance work today. So let's shift over into that left foot. And first things first, lift up on your quads, squeeze through your glutes. And this is where your core comes in. Belly button goes in and up. So it's up this way, lifting your ribs away from your hips. The more space you've got in those hips, the easier all the balancing is. So find your weight balanced evenly on that left foot, and then shift your balance into the ball of your left foot. You ought to be able to lift up that heel, float that heel a couple times, little bounces. Now you've got lots of options with your tree. You can keep your toes on the floor on that right side, just pressing your heel against your ankle and kind of open that knee out. So we're getting a little bit of glute strength in there too. So that's one option. You can also bring your foot to your calf. You can also grab a hold of your foot, bring it up to the inside of your thigh. And for all of those, you can bring your hands into prayer. And you want to think of that standing side being very tall, very long. If you want to take it to a slightly different place for your right leg, you can grab a hold of your foot and pull that heel up a little higher. And what this is obviously going to do is give you a deeper stretch on your quads, deeper flexion for your knee, deeper stretch for your ankle.
So this is just a different way of stretching that right leg. So it's your choice on the trees here. You got lots of options. You take the one that's working for you, and then just stay tall. And think about your balance coming from the center of your body. Think of that belly button going in and up, ribs away from hips. Crown of your head reaching up. And just like we did in spinal balance, think of your tailbone reaching away from the crown of your head. So you're lengthening from the center of your body. And release it down. And now your legs should feel really uneven. So let's even them out. Let's shift over to that right foot. Balancing your weight evenly at first, lifting up, quads lift up, squeezing through your glutes, lifting ribs away from hips. And then find that balance point that's up on the ball of your foot so you can float that heel. What that tells you is that you're locking up on your leg instead of locking back. Locking back just jams your knee and jams your hip. Locking up engages all those muscles, and you just think of pulling up and getting more space in all of your joints. More space means easier time balancing. And then you've got all those options. Heel against your ankle with your toes on the floor. Hands can be in prayer. You can bring it up to your calf. Bring it up above your knee. So you never want to press your foot into your knee. It's either below or above. Those are your options. And another option, of course, and this is really just the change for your left leg. Pick up your foot in your right hand. Pull that heel up towards the center of your body. And your knee goes back and down. Bigger stretch for your quads, bigger flexion for your knee, bigger stretch for your ankle. Whichever tree you take, it's totally up to you. Just find that tree and focus on the center of your body. That's where your balance is coming from. Think of your belly button going in and up. Everything about your body is lifting up, except for that foot. It's going straight down. The support for your whole body is coming from the ground. Everything else is lifting. Keep breathing. Slowly release that down. And shake it all out. Alrighty. Now take a couple steps back on your mat so you've got some room to go in front of you. We're going to do one more balancing posture. A little more intense. You're going to feel your core a little bit more. We're doing balancing stick. So first things first, we got to get that nice tight grip. In your grip, remember, palms together. You can interlace your fingers, index fingers release, and your thumbs are going to cross. But all of that's going to happen up there where you can't see it. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Palms touch, interlace your fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. You're squeezing those palms together. Now check in with your shoulders. You want your shoulders to be back and down. Pull your biceps behind your ears. Even if it means you gotta bend your elbows a little bit, that's okay. And then step forward on your right foot. And you're gonna shift your weight into the ball of that right foot. Just like we did with tree pose, you wanna be able to float your heel up off the floor. It may still be touching, that's perfectly fine. But you can float it up anytime. Quads are lifting up. Arms are reaching up, ribs away from hips. Now de-weight that left and point it back. Quads engaged, just like in
spinal balance. That leg is long, toes are reaching back. Your left thigh is squeezing in towards your right. It's real important on this one. Take a nice deep breath in, fingers and toes reaching in opposite directions, and start to lift that left leg up, letting your upper body tip forward. Only come down as far as you can while maintaining that beautiful straight line. Shoulders back and down, biceps behind your ears, chest is open, left thigh is squeezing in towards your right. Right leg is not bending. Keep breathing. And then step back. Keep your arms where they are. Step your feet together. And then step your left foot forward. Shift your balance forward. Feel the ball of your foot making contact. Your heel can float up. Quads are lifting. Squeezing through your glutes. Shoulders back and down. Biceps behind your ears. I know your shoulders are talking to you. Just breathe through it. You can do this. Reaching that right leg back. Find that balance point. Your right thigh is squeezing in towards your left thigh. Make that nice long line, fingers to toes, deep breath in, and then start to lift your right leg up, letting your upper body tip forward. Keeping that beautiful straight line, just hinging around that left hip. Keep breathing, just coming down as far as you can maintain that gorgeous form. Keep breathing. Keep reaching, fingers and toes in opposite directions. And then step that right foot back, step your left foot back, and bring your arms down. Woo, and shake it out a little bit. There's a lot going on in that posture. I don't really need to tell you that. But here's the deal. The deepest expression of balancing stick is when your whole body is parallel to the floor. Wow. I don't know about you, but that is not happening for me today. My capital letter T is a bit shallower than that, but here's the cool thing about this posture and just about every other yoga posture that there is. If you are 1% of the way into this posture, but you don't break form, you are still getting 100% of the benefit. So when you listen to your body and you're like, body says, we're not going any farther than this today, you're doing great because you've still got that beautiful long line. If you start listening to your ego and your ego's like, well, 3 months ago I could totally go parallel, and you're like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go parallel, and then suddenly that left knee bends and that right hip opens out and your arms start collapsing down. Well, this is a lovely posture we call broken umbrella. This is not balancing stick, and I am not getting any of the strength of the posture. Why? Because I listen to my ego and not my body. We're going to do all that again so you get another chance at it. Remember, keep that long, beautiful line. 1% of the way, 100% of the benefit. Don't break form. You got this. Here we go. Deep breath in, reach up. Palms together, interlace your fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Nice tight grip. That's a little massage for your knuckles. Shoulders are back and down. Step forward on your right foot. Find that balance point. De-weight the left and pick it up. Reach those toes back. Reach those fingers in the opposite direction. Abs are in tight. Take a deep breath. Lengthen. And then start lifting that left leg up. Upper body starts tipping forward. Right around that right hip joint. You're reaching in opposite directions. Abs are in nice and tight. Biceps behind your ears. That left thigh is squeezing in towards your right thigh. And then step it back. Woo, keep your arms there. Let them burn just a little bit longer. Step forward on the left. Keep breathing. De-weight the right. Point it back. Feel your heel float up off the floor on that left side. Quads are engaged. Glutes engaged. Right thigh squeezing in towards your left. Shoulders back and down. Inhale. Lengthen. And then start to go down. Right leg picks up. Upper body starts to tip forward. You're reaching in opposite directions. Whatever your capital letter T is looking like today, keep that long line. And then step it back and release it down. And shake it out. Whew. All right, come on down to the floor. Big one, that balancing stick. Okay, so I've been using our core to support us, kind of floating out in space
in different directions. Now we're going to get down into our hollow position. So if your back has been kind of talking to you through all of that, especially with balancing stick, this is the time to kind of rest your back a little bit and really focus on the front, on those abdominal muscles. So let's lie back. Feet flat on the floor, knees up. And shimmy those shoulder blades till they're underneath you. They won't be there for long. Now bring your hands right behind your knees, and you can use that to curl you up a little bit. Knees are above your hips, feet are pointed straight forward. Oops, see, mine got too high. That's easy. We gotta get that 90-degree angle. So grab a hold behind your knees, and you're pushing the floor, pushing into the floor with your back. Your abs are in nice and tight. Your rib cage and your hips are squeezing towards one another. And then checking with where your head is. It's very tempting to want to reach forward with your chin. Tuck your head back and then tuck your chin down towards your collarbones. Eyes on your belly button. So really tuck that chin in nice and tight. Now you can keep this grip behind your knees or release those arms down and then reach. Shoulders back and down, and you are reaching your arms down past your hips, and you're going to feel a little extra love for your obliques. And then release it down. Woo. And we're going to do it again. Bring those knees up, just above your hips, 90-degree angle. Get some help to curl those shoulder blades up off the floor, pressing your lower back down. Tuck your head back, tuck your chin down towards your throat. Belly button is going in, ribs and hips squeezing towards one another. You can keep that grip if you just need a little assistance, or shoulders back and down and reach your arms down by your sides, squeezing them down by your sides to really wake up those obliques. Keep breathing. And then release it down. And take a nice deep breath. Alrighty. We're going to do that again, but then we're going to borrow a little something from Pilates. So find that hollow position. That's number 1. Knees over hips, 90-degree angle. Hands can be behind your knees if you like, or reach your arms down by your sides. Now we're going to start by pulsing our arms this way. So obviously if you're up here, you're not going to get those arm pulses. You try a couple, and then take a little break if you need to. It's perfectly fine. So try those little pulses. Crown of your head is reaching up towards the ceiling. You're going to feel this fire of those obliques like crazy. We're going to add some breathing just to make it a tiny bit easier. We're going to inhale for 4 pulses and then exhale for 4 pulses. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Couple more. 1 more. And then release it down. Ooh, yells. So we are working muscles in your neck as well. And if you're not used to that really strong chin tuck, you're going to start to feel it a little bit. So if at any point during this your abs are doing just fine, but your neck is starting to bother you, then feel free to bring your fingertips just right behind your head and use that to kind of imagine you're pulling the back of your head up towards the ceiling, and that'll get you that nice chin tuck without, working so darn hard. These are hard today. Okay, but we're gonna do it again.
Here we go. So let's find that hollow position. Head is back, chin is down into your collarbone. It's like you're trying to look at your sternum. Shoulders go back and down, and get those pulses going. When you're ready, get those nice deep breaths going. In for 4 through your nose, out for 4 through your mouth. Now reach your right leg out for 4, and then pull it in. Reach your left leg, 4, and then pull it in. Right leg out and in. Left leg out and in. Keep breathing. Out. Super slow bicycles. In. Now when you reach one leg out, resist the temptation to pull the other one in. Keep that knee directly over your hip. As that leg goes out, check in with your lower back. Hips and ribs squeezing towards one another. Reaching out and in. One more each side. Out and in. Out and in. Come on down. Deep breaths. Ooh. All right. Let's rock and roll up to a seated position. Okay. It's core day. That means boat pose. Feet flat on the floor, knees up. And find your sit bones. Now, for boat pose, if you've never done this one before, we're going to be rocking back this way. So, if you have injured your tailbone, that is going to be very uncomfortable. So, if you are feeling pain in your tailbone or back in your sacrum or just in your lower back in general, then come on back down to hollow position. It's a lot more comfortable on your tailbone than boat pose. So listen to your body. If you need that, just come on down to the hollow. It's all good. In the meantime, we're going to sit up nice and tall and find those sit bones. So now you're using those abs to lift your ribs away from your hips. Come up onto your toes, and we're just going to find a balance point just behind those sit bones. Still tall spine. Now, this may be your boat pose today. That's great. You can still feel it. You're still working. All is well. Keep your head right in line with your spine. If you want to go a little more challenging, bring your hands behind your knees and float your feet up. If that's feeling okay and you got your balance, you can release your grip and reach your arms by your legs. Still staying very tall. So the moment your back starts to round back, that's when you know you need to maybe back it off just a little bit. Go to one of those previous steps. If you really want to torture your hip flexors and your lower back says it's okay, you can extend those legs up or not. Toes down, inhale, scoop up, and then rock back and find your boat. The first time I saw somebody do boat like this, I was like, oh, sure, I can do that. And I tried it and was like, was that a magic trick? How'd she do that? Just my hip flexors were not interested. It's all good. I got there eventually. Toes down, inhale, scoop up. Exhale and rock back. Find that boat. Chest tall. Shoulders back and down. Crown of your head reaching away from your tailbone. Toes down. Inhale. Scoop up. Find that boat. We're going to go back to canoe. You can tell by the way I'm looking behind me, can't you? Yeah, you know it's coming. Here we go. Canoe. Extend your legs out, arms by your sides, little chin tuck up top, balancing on your sacrum. And then come back to boat. What? That's okay. Take as much help as you need to get back into your boat. Just find your boat pose. And then we're going back into canoe. And then come back into boat. Take as much help as you need to get back into your boat. And then go back to canoe. Come on back up into that boat. Grab your oar. Row your boat. Stay tall. Get that twist going. There's a little extra today. Even yourself out. Come back to your boat. We got this, team. Come back to your canoe. Hold it, hold it. Stand up paddleboard. Breathe. A couple deep breaths will get that burning to go away. Whew. All right. Yeah. You kind of run your fingers around. You start to feel a little column of muscle there. It's there. It's just it's under the tortilla chips. Yeah. All right. Pull your knees into your chest and rock side to side. And then drop those knees over to the left. Reach your right arm out along the floor and shimmy those shoulder blades so they're right underneath you. Turn your head, look out over your right arm. Take some deep breaths right into the center of your body. Get a massage. Pull your knees back to center. Rock side to side. Drop your knees over to the right. Reach your left arm out. Shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you till they're flat on the floor. And then swivel your head to look out over your left arm. Nice deep breaths. And pull your knees back to center. Rock side to side. Then we're going to come on down to Shavasana. Extend your legs out. Relaxing your abdominal muscles, hips, legs. Just shake them out. Let your toes flop open. Bring your arms down by your sides. Shoulder blades flat on the floor, chest open. Palms up, just let your fingers relax. Close your eyes and focus back in on those nice deep breaths. As you inhale, feel your abdomen rise. As you exhale, feel everything get heavy and sink into the floor. feel your mind wandering a little bit, just bring it back to your breathing. Thinking to yourself, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Pull your knees into your chest. Roll over to one side and help yourself up to a seated position. Hands in your lap, eyes closed. Breathing deeply right where we started. Checking in with how this seated position feels compared to when you first started. Now open your eyes. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Palms together, exhale, hands down to heart center. Thanks for being here today. Those of you who are live, thank you so much. And if you're joining me a little later in the day on your own time, thanks for checking in. If you have any comments, any questions, any requests, let me know. Leave something for me in the comments. I love to go throughout the day checking in and seeing what you've been writing. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thanks for being here, everybody. And thanks for the little floaty loves going up the side of my screen. That's like the only thing I can see from back there. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.